What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be doing a little review on K-pop Stan's diss track featuring Keemstar. This video is very controversial. As you can see, there's a whole lot of dislikes. So I wanted to make a review slash analysis of this entire music video with both Keemstar and Void's rap, because I also have differing opinions between the two raps as well. Now, let me say off the gate, there are a lot of things they talk about here that come off as very insensitive and disrespectful, but I also have to admit there are some parts in here that I do kind of agree with. So enough talking, let's just get into the analysis.
Keemstar, Void, collab coming soon.
All stands are the same. They're rotting in my brain.
Okay, so before we get too deep into this, I just want to let you know, most of Keemstar's rap, to me, felt very sarcastic and very troll. If you don't know Keemstar, he is a massive troll, whether on YouTube or on Twitter, especially on Twitter. I think most of people's criticisms of this diss track is more so Void's rap.
K-pop trending on Twitter. Make one tweet and these stands getting better.
Honestly, Keemstar has a point here. Pretty much anything you tweet can, to some degree, get some level of K-pop stans triggered, and that's not really an exaggeration at all. K-pop stans really are this crazy and really are this toxic.
Fuck Jimmy,
I think this is the most offensive part of his rap. The fact that he said F Jimin and then he shows a picture of Jungkook, I'm very sure that's just meant to piss off fans. And I don't want to turn this into a whole race thing. I don't think he was being racist. I think he was just being a troll here, because that's one surefire way to piss off fans, is if you name the wrong member the wrong name.
what I wanna. While you make a tweet, I make a couple commas. It's drama, ain't nothing but drama. Keem on this bitch flowing like some hot lava.
You can tell from especially this line right here that Keemstar really doesn't hate K-pop fans like that. It's really just trolling and making fun of them. I'm pretty sure he doesn't mean anything horrible at this. He isn't actively directly hating on them. That's more so the other guy.
Y'all idols been programmed like some Java, owned by the industry, don't do what they wanna.
Like I said, this is another point that I actually agree with Keemstar. The fact that idols are a lot of the time being controlled by other companies. That's a fair point. I don't see anything wrong with that criticism. It's true. Even K-pop fans, to a degree, know this is true.
In the woods, I just found a fucking dollar. And when there's drama, you know I give the subs a holler. Fast as fuck, boy, with the flow you can't handle.
His rap isn't meant to be serious at all. It's meant to take a piss at K-pop fans. And while I can totally understand that people find this insensitive and disrespectful, Keemstar's rap to me felt a lot more comical and sarcastic than Void's rap.
Hey, no friends, no food, no wife. K-pop idols ain't got no life.
If it just stopped at Keemstar's diss track, yes, it would get hate, but it wouldn't get nearly as much hate. Because the thing is, people already know what Keemstar is about. Everyone knows he's a troll. Everyone knows that he takes a piss at everything. The difference between Void's rap and Keemstar's rap is, to me, Void's rap felt a lot more direct, felt a lot more aggressive, felt a lot more intendedly disrespectful. Just listening to a lot of his rap and what he talks about, you could tell that he has some degree of genuine hatred for K-pop. Not just K-pop fans, but also K-pop idols. And the fact that a lot of his disses were directly at K-pop idols, that's when people gave him a lot of flack for it.
I say it once, bitch, I'll say it twice. President of this
Hey, I'm the vice, bitch. Hold this fucking flow switch. 40 stands in my feet at job for this 40 clip. Corporations getting in a bag like a corn chip. These kids starving themselves.
Okay, so I want to talk about the corn chip. I won't lie, as insensitive as a lot of his comments are, objectively wise, his rap and the beat behind his rap, they're pretty good. I gotta admit, his rap tone is pretty good. And apart from the whole K-pop idol dissing thing, his lines are pretty well written. His rhymes work pretty well for the most part. I want to talk about this line here. He's not completely wrong in that idols are starving themselves, because they are super thin. Health-wise, I can't argue that it isn't a problem. I don't agree with forcing idols to keep a very thin physique. I think fans would like them just as much if they were a little bit bigger, but they had a proper diet.
Hey, yeah, they can't afford it. Ain't healthy, can't ignore it. These are one these birds you want that smoke, I fucking floor it. Yeah, I fucking floor it. The silence exploring. You claiming you an army, but you won't fare this war, bitch. Fuck K-pop, I can't say it enough. Smoking that K-pop pack, pass around, take a puff.
I don't even know what a K-pop pack is. I've never heard of that in my life. I think he was just trying to find a line there, but really, that made no sense.
They said, oh my God, Jimin, and I said, shut up, bitch, listen up. I said, listen up. Out of the algorithm, I ain't fucking risen up. For the sake of humanity, I will never give it up. They said they're gonna cancel me, but I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started.
I mean, looking at the dislikes, bro, you are getting kind of canceled.
Get in ahead, I ain't getting canceled till I'm on the ground with a motherfucking bullet inside of my.
I mean, again, if you look at the dislikes, you are getting canceled, my guy. It's just a fact of the matter. Pretty much, if you make a diss track at anything K-pop related, they are going to come for you. It's why I haven't made a diss track and why I don't plan on making a diss track at anything towards K-pop.
Gas, turn the fucking color to red. Plastic surgery.
Plastic surgery, I do agree that a lot of the K-pop idols have plastic surgery, and sometimes the plastic surgery does get too far. I think this comment here is one of the things that people really didn't like. You got to understand, a lot of people, especially in Korea, and especially K-pop idols, where a lot of their image and their brand comes from how good they look. K-pop idols are very, very self-conscious about how they look. It's their entire brand. If they don't look good, they're out of a job. It's not right, but it's just a fact of the matter. The fact that this guy said plastic surgery got them all effed in the head, that's a very ignorant take.
Got them all fucked in the head. Can't even date, so they have to hide it. If they had loved it, their fans wouldn't like.
Now, this is actually one of the few points that Void makes that I do agree with fully. Idols can't show part of their romantic life to these fans because their fans are so obsessed with them. Because of that obsession that fans have, idols have to be very, very careful on what they put out in terms of their personal life. One reason of that is because of the K-pop industry. The way they market these idols and the way they market these groups is they portray people like Irene to be everyone's girlfriend. Everyone's girlfriend. So if ever Irene comes out and has a girlfriend or boyfriend, people aren't going to like that because it contradicts what they've been marketed as. I won't divert any blame from the fans who are unhealthily obsessed over these idols, but you also have to admit that the K-pop industry has a big hand in that problem.
But you don't even know me. Be hated, that lyrics so basic. Everyone's so racist. This species invasion.
I don't agree with that at all. Their lyrics are basic. Yes, K-pop does have some generic lyrics, but you also got to look at rap. Rap has such generic lyrics. There's so many stereotypes on what rap songs talk about, like smoking weed, fucking bitches, shooting people. So if you're calling K-pop lyrics basic, you also got to look at your own genre. I don't agree with the fact that everyone's racist. I don't even know where he got that. If he's talking about K-pop stans, then I can sort of understand it just a little bit more. But K-pop idols, are there some K-pop idols that are racist? Yes. I don't think that a lot of K-pop idols are racist, though. I don't know where he got that.
Lens with his pencil. Anybody try to diss back, I'ma flip on that bitch and erase him. Ha, these finger flickers, they won't favor no fist. What these corporations doing to these kids is ain't.
I do agree with that. Companies mistreat their idols a lot, but we've already talked about that point so many times in this reaction. I'm gonna just move past that.
Smashing on the motherfucking beat like a moment. I wonder why letting man they all commit.
Now, this was the real kicker. Now, I'm someone who listened to a lot of rap and a lot of diss tracks, and I'm also someone who listens to a lot of K-pop, so I understand both sides. But let me say this right out the gate. This is completely disrespectful. This is completely insensitive. This is very arrogant, ignorant, everything. He should not have talked about this point. There was no reason why he even had to bring up this point to begin with. He could have completely made this diss track without this. That's my take on this. But I'm also very aware of what people do in diss tracks a lot of the time. When it comes to diss tracks, nothing is off the table. Nothing's off the table to people when they make diss tracks. They talk about your mom, they talk about your family, they talk about things you've done, they talk about things that have happened to you. Nothing is off the table. So that's why when someone makes a diss track and they talk about something like this, it doesn't really surprise me because that's what a lot of people do in diss tracks. This is a very sensitive topic, but they don't care. It's a diss track. They play dirty.
All around me, I can't fucking blink. K-pop ripping off for the 90s.
This is also a very ignorant comment. If you've listened to K-pop for a while and you've listened to pretty much all types of K-pop out there, you would know that this comment is completely inaccurate. There is so much music from K-pop that sounds nothing like NSYNC. That sounds nothing like One Direction. There are so many more sides that people don't acknowledge if they're not into K-pop. So yeah, that was my whole analysis on the whole diss track. Like I said before, I don't take Keemstar's side too seriously because he's meant to be a troll. He doesn't really mean hate to anyone. He's just making fun of him. Most of my problem with this diss track comes from Void. And while I do agree with a couple of points that he brought up during his rap, objectively wise, he has pretty good lines and his rap is pretty good. And it totally doesn't surprise me that he went this extreme because it is the nature of a diss track. That being said, he didn't really need to make this, and I felt it was very unnecessary. Anyways, guys, it's going to be the end of the whole analysis review video thing. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that post notification bell, and I will see y'all next time.
何今俺のこの頭のことなんつった